Dominique Rizzo and I'm going to be cooking a beautiful chicken dish called well, in Italian it's called Pollo Nissena. Now basically it is fried chicken and we all love fried chicken, but my zia used to make this beautiful fried chicken, well she still does, and she doesn't necessarily fry it in oil, it's actually baked in the oven, but it's all about the crumb. So basically what we're going to do is make up almost like a really beautiful herbaceous poaching liquid for the chicken, and quite simply just carrots. And you don't need to be really fussy about this, you can just slice them up randomly. So I've got carrots, a couple of cloves of, or 1 clove of garlic, a little bit of a flyaway clove, an onion. The liquid that you're going to be poaching the chicken in, we're not actually going to be using for this recipe. So it can actually get used as a chicken stock for a beautiful full flavoured soup. Or you can actually just put it into a container and freeze it for a later date, so whatever you feel like. Don't worry about the skin too much either, because you're going to strain that after we finish the stock. So you just want to heat up your pan. I'm going to throw in a little tiny bit of olive oil, some celery, the onions, carrots. I've also got some thyme, bay leaves, rosemary. This is all from my garden too, so if you've got some fresh herbs, now is a really great chance to use them. Now the reason why I'm poaching the chicken first as opposed to just crumbing the chicken and baking it, 1, extra flavour, 2, it's going to keep the chicken really nice and moist, and it's also not going to require a lot of time in the oven, so just enough to really create that lovely golden crunch to those breadcrumbs. This is looking sensational already. I mean, that's a beautiful base to a great chicken stock. So while that's happening, I've actually boned out my chicken myself, and I have already used the chicken carcass to make another chicken stock. You can actually just use chicken pieces, so that's fine. You don't necessarily have to bone out a carcass. I'm going to cook the chicken legs and the thighs first with the wings, and then we'll just put the breasts in right at the end because we don't want those to overcook or else they get really quite dry. So I'm just putting in about 1 litre of cold water. All we need is enough liquid to just cover the chicken. Bring that to a gentle simmer. Poaching is really almost just like a gentle turning over of the liquid. Anything boiling and the chicken will get quite tough, so I'm just wanting to cook the chicken until it is just done, so then we can finish it off in the oven. So while we're waiting for the water to come to that lovely simmer, I'm going to start the delicious crust. I really love using fresh bread, particularly a really good crusty loaf, because I find that you get a fantastic crumb. It's a little chunkier and gives the outside of whatever you're crumbing some really great texture. But for me, it's all about flavour, and particularly for this dish, since we're not going to be frying the chicken, we really want more of that flavour in the crumb itself as opposed to getting it from the crumb being fried in lots of oil. So it's actually a really nice, healthy way of kind of having a crumb and eating it too. Okay, so we've got the garlic, some cheese, the breadcrumbs, lots of parsley. Really good idea to let the liquid just simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes with the herbs and the celery and carrot already in there. That way it will infuse that beautiful stock just a little bit more, and then slide your chicken in. I'm going to leave them to poach for probably about 10-15 minutes. As I said, we'll continue cooking them in the oven. So basically all you want to do is really get the zest, which is basically just the yellow part. Once you've hit the white, it'll start becoming a little bitter. Seasoning, always really important. Lots of pepper. Salt. Good quality salt is fantastic. So again, it's really all about quality ingredients. Alright, so my chicken is ready. You want to let the chicken cool down a little bit so that it's manageable and you can peel the skin off. These are actually from my chickens. Look at those. They're a nice couple of gorgeous yellow Hello Sunshine eggs. So when you're crumbing, really great idea, keep 1 hand for the wet and 1 hand for the dry. That way then you don't end up with crumbs all over your fingers either. So make sure you get the chicken covered really well with the egg. For those of you, if you are allergic to egg or you don't have any eggs on hand, you could always just use a little bit of olive oil and just douse the chicken in the olive oil and then press it into the breadcrumb. So now that you've finished, well, now that I have finished crumbing them, I know, look, technique probably about 0, but flavor I can guarantee is going to be a 10 out of 10. So into a really hot oven for about 15 minutes until they're nice and golden brown, and I'm just going to simply serve them with a really beautiful salad.